Hello everyone. Today I am going to show you how to create objects in Autodesk Fusion 360. So today we see this whole toolbar of things we can do. We are going to be pressing this create tab. So you can see new component, create sketch, create form and such. And we're going to be focusing on these buttons right here. We are going to be doing the coil and pipe another time, so not now. So that'll be in another video. We are going to be making a box, cylinder, sphere, and torus today. So we're going to start with the box. We'll click on box, and now this pops up. We have to select the plane. I'll be selecting this plane between the green and red lines. So then this blue box comes up on your cursor, and it should have two black lines intersecting. You can start your box anywhere, but it's best to start at the origin. Then you can slowly extend your box to where you want to go. So you notice the blue highlighted part that you just saw. Now you can type in whatever you want, like if you wanted 50 millimeters, or 100, or 1, or 5, and so on. And you can press the tab button and change it. You can keep changing it and typing it, so now I am fine with my box. And now we can change the height. So this other box will come up saying the length, width, and height, and it should be Operation New Body. So we can change the height as well. So I changed it to 100, 50, and since we're going to be making a cube, we're going to have the height 50, but you can experiment with this and change the length, width, and height to whatever. So now we have a cube. If it's hard for you to move around, if you have a mouse, you can hold the scrolling button and you can pan. And if you hold shift, then do it, you can orbit if it's easier to move that way. Or you can go down here and press the pan and orbit buttons. So now you learned how to create a cube. Next, we are going to be creating a cylinder. So you can click on that and choose which plane. If it's hard for you, like right now I can only click on this plane, you can make the orbit button happen. Now we can click on it, or if you want to get rid of the cube and start all over again, that is fine. Also, if you use the scroll button, you can scroll in and out, like what I'm doing right now. So now the same blue box and two perpendicular lines comes up. So now you can choose where you want to put your cylinder. And instead of it being a square, it is now a circle, and you can choose it. It's like 50, 100, and so on. I'll be doing 50. Then another box comes up and it should say at the top cylinder. The diameter is 50 and the height, let's say 20, 30, 70, and so on. I'll be making it 50. Also make sure it's Operation New Body. And you can press OK. So now you have a cylinder here. We're going to go back to the create button, and now we can create a sphere. Remember, you have to select your plane. So all you have to do is click on a plane, and if you press this extrude button, which this is the top blue arrow right here, you can extrude it to whatever you want to. Also, make sure it's not on the other objects or it'll be Operation Cut instead of Operation New Body. I'll be making this like 70. I think that's good. So you can press OK in this box right here. And finally, we'll be creating a torus. So first choose your plane. If it's hard for you to choose, you can press the orbit button and choose. And also I like to make note of this cube here. You can press the home button if you want to get back to where you were, or you can move to the right, front, and so on. So the blue box comes up again on your cursor and the two lines that cross each other. So you can place the center point. And just like the cylinder, you can expand it to see how far you want to go. So let's say 50. That looks a bit small, so let's try 80. That looks good. And you can change the diameter. So let's try 50. 10. Diameter is like the thickness. If you want it to be like a very high thickness, it can be 60. 30. And so on. I think 20 is good. Operation new body and position. It can be inside, on center, or outside. I prefer on center. Then you can press OK. So now there are 4 objects here. And I'd like to show you one more thing before I end this video. So you can press this, like any object you want, or highlight it like this. So I'll be using the torus, and then this button right here with all 4 arrows, it's move or copy. And then this comes up, you can turn it around. You can move it up and down. Or you can move like this. You can do many things. And if these boxes are getting in your way, you can move them as well. Like I can move this box right up here so I can see. I can move the torus this way. And you can do this with any object. All you have to do is move or copy. Or if you wanted to do like highlight an object, then right click. It'll say move or copy. And you can move it just like that. So that is it for this video. In our next video, I'll be showing you how to create a sketch, and the video after that should be how to create a pipe or coil.